Hey Pip, this is Coach Bill. Hey, I'm glad you're with me here today. Today we're talking about body timing and the idea of taking all of those functional skills that we've discussed to this point in time and starting to make them my physical or our physical swing. And I thought, what better way to just show it than to show one of the greatest hitters of all time here in Ted Williams. So I'll just let this play as I get into this here for just a little bit. So to this point in time, we have talked about the 7 functional skills, 5 actually. We've talked about pulling slack. We've talked about the idea of absorption. We've talked about the idea of forward momentum. We've talked about leverage. And we've discussed sweet spot awareness and how all those items are working to create a 100-100 hitter. And we described that as a hitter who is 100% on time versus a 100% on time, and 100% efficient. And so, looking at Mr. Williams here, and I'm just putting him on pause, I just thought, not a better way to look at this than to watch him. And what I mean by this idea of body timing is creating awareness, understanding how I'm moving. And that's where a tee, it becomes a valuable tool because it stops the ball in space and time and it allows me to move and it allows me to become aware of these things. And then when I create my swing, are those movements in my swing? And obviously, if that's happening on the front toss, now is it happening in a thrown pitch? And so I just create these ideas of awareness and movement. I'm not trying to put undue thoughts into the process. I'm just trying to be aware. When I create undue intentions in the process, I'll probably destroy that process. So I just want to become aware of those items. However, at the end of the day, either the swing is flowing or it's not. It's herky, it's jerky, it's not quite right. We're rolling off of balls. Our hips aren't functioning properly. We're off balance. And so this is why we want to work on all of those functional skills of a physical swing. And that is what Coach Perry would describe as hitting school, right? Level 1 hitting school. And along those lines, Coach Perry would always talk about, as a hitter, we're either acting or reacting. And by its nature, on any pitch we're reacting because we don't control the pitch. That's in the pitcher's domain. But the idea of reacting, by its definition, more or less means we're not going to be 100-100. Okay, it's a less than 100% activity, and so not only is it a mental aspect of putting together, right, limiting absorption, getting good forward momentum, understanding that I need to have body speed. So that's a horizontal force with a rotational force. It means pulling slack, having good first moves, pulling the punch, working on my corkscrew. It's about having sweet spot awareness and where is my barrel in space and time and understanding the areas that I have to get to. And so those are why we work on those things, because when we just do our testing, which is coming here very shortly, when we just do our testing, hitters will lose as much as 10 miles per hour off their exit velocity based on location of pitches. And we'll go through that in time, but it becomes very clear that we need to work on all of those functional skills, but there is something else that has to become involved with it as well. And so we're getting real close to getting to that point in time, and that's pretty nice because the next subject that we're going to talk about, it's going to be on pitch timing, and that's where we start to take our swing and we marry it to the actual pitch. And that's why we're always trying to work towards 100% efficiency so that we can maximize our exit velocities. Okay, so at the end of the day, we want to begin practicing our body timing so that we can apply that particular body timing to a proper pitch timing. So all of that is coming up. This would be a great time right now to go back and look at the right now videos, understanding the use of how we're going to use right now to begin to marry our body and the pitch. Okay, so I hope this helps. Let me get back here. Let me show you Mr. Williams again. Just tremendous work. Love the corkscrew action here. He's pulling punches. The lead arm lock is beautiful. On time, right? Just a swing of beauty. There are others that you could look at as well. Ken Griffey, known for that. Just a beautiful swing. Beautiful, just looking at it. So, at the end of the day, not saying that it has to be this. It needs to be who you are. Allow yourself the grace to keep working on it. I do know that you will change things in your hitting over the course of time. So if you think you're going to hit the same way 6 months from now that you are today, you're probably mistaken. Okay. However, these principles, those functional skills, all wrap into creating what is known as body timing. Okay, so let's get to it. Make sure that you're working on it, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Take care.